allow the two children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah. My ego diary politico, oh, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah. This Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. lórí YouTube àní ẹ̀sùn lájú bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́ àní ẹ̀sùn lájú bíjó ìgbádìyẹ àní ẹ̀sùn lájú pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Hello there. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun Live. And thank you very much for joining me. Remember, before you fully settled, right? After reading the caption of the broadcast, kindly read the description as well. It's quite short, not that, then like the broadcast, like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today. So tonight, we are giving what will be the sort of like a coverage or a report, a comprehensive report, like the collection of all that transpired today when Shettima brought back the Bokohari's alleged body. As much as a lot of the people believes that Bokohari that they buried today, that means so many things, possibly to so many people, which has generated different kind of reactions after the announcement of his death. There are many people who believe that this controversial Bokohari died with many questions still unanswered. But that is not going to be the trajectory where this conversation is going to go to tonight. As Mayegun's diary political, where all the political happenings, movement, time, and of all these guys in Nigeria is daily documented. So we are going to document what they did as well today. As some believes that the coffin that brought back Bokohari, or the coffin that they brought Bokohari back in, remained sealed. However, other people's takeaway from this Bokohari's show is the fact that that powerful guy, the guy that gave the order to kill armless Nigerians protesting for a good governance, that lifeless mannequin is actually lifeless, or finally lifeless after all. There are many other controversies surrounding this, Bokohari's lifestyle, right? But let us start taking them one after the other. I mean, his burial. So let us now kind of like believe that Bokohari died in London, and today his body was taken back to Nigeria. It's been about 3 days. A lot of people have reacted in a way to, they've kind of like expressed their own disappointment in the kind of leadership that you have in the contraption, that they hate Nigeria so much that the only thing they have to offer Nigeria after looting her is their body. That is, when they are dead, Nigeria is like their burial ground. Well, Bokohari died in London 3 days ago. Shettima and others were sent to London to go bring him back. They did all the preparation, both in London and in Nigeria, in which but Tinubu is a successor, chose, right, to go welcome him when his body was back in Nigeria, to go welcome him back or receive him, as they say, at the airport, create enough kind of like scenery, so to say. However, they have also been so busy, by the way, trying to whitewash this murderer, this genocidist, right? And that is Bokohari. So today, they all gathered in Daura, and I bet Katsina State has never received this kind of visitors, all mourners, okay? So let's start from when his body arrived in Nigeria to when it was taken to Daura, as well as to when Koolu actually received him in Katsina. They led them to Daura and everything that followed tonight. So, welcome to Mayegun's Diary Political once again. And here is going to be the kickoff. The arrival of Bokohari from London and the series of events that followed. The first part. You know, if that was in the Jebu, you'll be hearing tan 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 tarara. Ino lolo tarara. Ino lolo tarara. Bokohari ribono. Ino lolo tarara. Anyway, apologies to those who don't understand the Yoruba. Now, before the arrival of Bokohari, okay, the Prime Minister of the Niger Republic was sent to represent his country. Just before we continue from that, all right? His own arrival. Let's just put it on record.
Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, okay.
Too loud, yeah. Anyway, that's those are the Bokohari's Fulani cousins from the Niger Republic. Atiku too was said to have returned from, what was that? A business trip. So when I saw some of the Atikulutas who posted this video, I was like, okay, what kind of business does Atiku do? I was just asking myself, just right now that I'm asking out aloud. Himself returning his own private jet too, for the purpose of today. We are going to go back to the airport too, right? Atiku.
Gaba ma dadi.
So again, that was just to say, what exactly is Atiku's business they will tell you that he is into many things. And that will be somebody who is a victim of Atifu's criminality. Now let us go back. Somebody is asking which version of this video was today. If you have been following, just relax and pay attention, because it is always going to be in batch after batch, batch after batch. And we're going to go back to the airport now. And from the airport, right, we're also going to follow their convoy of taking Bokohari to Daura, and then what happened in Daura, in that order. I may digress a bit if I want to show you something in between, but there must be a reason. So let's go back to the airport, where Koolu and his wife received Bokohari's body, among many other people who were there too, to the airport.
Sorry. No. Just go.
Wannan mota ita ce dauko gawo shugaban kasa Muhammadu Buhari. Allah ya gafarta masa. Ga shugaban kasa nan. Malam Tinubu. Allah ya ji kansa, Allah ya gafarta masa, Allah ya kyautata namu ƙarshen. A kai tsaye daga karamar hukumar Mashi inda aka wuce da gawar Janar Muhammadu Buhari, ga mutane na an fito ana ta dubawa, akwai masu mai addu'a neman rahama gun Ubangiji, wasu ma mutane suna ta kuka bakin titi don jimamu wannan rasuwa tasa. Muna roƙon Allah Ubangiji ya gafarta masa, ya kyautata namu ƙarshen. kansa da rahama, Allah ya gafarta.
Yeah, that was Daura. Somebody was asking if that was Daura. Yes, that was Daura, where Bokohari's body is allegedly buried. Okay, and there is more. As those ones who were in Katsina, the state capital, with the Koolu, made their way down to Daura, there were others there too, who have been politicians who have been going back and forth to outdo one another on who is like more Buharist and all that. Pastor Ruga was there too. I mean, Bokohari was his boss with others. So let's take a look at this. When Remi Werekwe, when they got there and Remi Werekwe went on to go and see Pastor Ruga, and then they had these exchanges, which
I saw them.
I think, should you see that first or this one first? Let's try this. It's burial before we come to that. All right. So when they got there, they had the place dug already. A lot of you have seen that on social media already, right? Now here is how it all happened.
Several courses Buhari attended several courses and performed creditably. Some of the courses include young officers course, platoon commanders course, mechanical transport officers course, command and staff course Wellington, and Army War. Acting Director of Supply and Transport and contingent member in the United Nations Peacekeeping Operators in the Congo. Towards the twilight of his career in the military, he served as military secretary.
This one. Please, sir, move back.
That last part also happened in Daura. So don't let anybody gaslight you or try to bully you, you know, or I don't know, anything they probably try to push to make you feel bad for expressing yourself since the demise of this murderer, Bokohari. In the book of those who are his direct victims, the ones he killed, their relatives and loved ones using the Nigerian police, Nigerian soldiers, military, as well as those who lost their loved ones in the hands of his, dreaded, most protected group of terrorists, the Fulani terrorists. Express yourself exactly how you feel, all right? And you might actually have some healing doing that too, right? So here again was Pastor Ruga, Sonwoiku, and many others who were waiting at the residence before the burial, as well as rats that also met with him, you know, at the Kwarafera.
No, I saw them.
Excellency, akọ̀rọ̀ ni a kó ara fẹ́ra lọ́nà méjì. Lọ́nà méjì gbogbo àjọpẹ́ sọ́nà. This is quite shocking for us. Very sad. We are going to sit here.
Excellency, sir. Thank you.
So that was did you see Layamo? Yeah, did you see that scoundrel, Layamo? Hanging somewhere like a scoundrel, you know, as usual, like a squirrel. They were all there. And they all appeared that they all appeared that they are like their friends. Meanwhile, it's more or less like every one of them or every group that converged in burying the tyrants, the murderer, that is Bokohari. They are there, and as they are walking away from that place, they go back into setting the country ablaze for their own power, and power is kind of like a power struggle and the rest. None of them will look at where Bokohari was buried. After all, is a Muslim, and that's where everything ends. That's it, right? Wherever you think, whoever you think you are, that's it. That's the end of it. So if there is, what do you call it? There is another world beyond. Whatever you see there, Fisa, you are just now on your own. So all this power, the power to take people's lives and never blink, and they will say, well, it is government deliberately, or to weaponize government institutions against the same people that you are supposed to be protecting. So all that power, all that influence and all that, right? None of these criminals will learn anything from that. They were all there to rejig their old kind of connections, political this and that. And the moment they all left that place, they are back to their usual business of how to seize this contraption for themselves. The people who are in charge of the contraption right now, Koolu and his gang, they will also do everything to keep it that way. They say it's politics. Here is something I think is a little bit sombering somehow. It is that moment for every one of us to see and be like, okay, maybe now I'm trying to be a preacher, right? But it is actually a moment you have to look at and be like, ah, man, that's it. Yeah? That if you have an opportunity of changing people's lives and situation, what would you do? Because last, all you did will be the only thing that will outlive you. This whole body, this whole thing, everything is just like a carcass. They put everything in that pit, and that's it. This particular one, there were some women. They called it, I think they said they were praying, but I kind of see them as mourners, right? By the grave of Bokohari. Just like that, that was the end of an era. Whether you like Bokohari or you don't like Bokohari, he has actually, I mean, I kind of count him as one of the luckiest people to identify as Nigerians, right? Since the name Nigeria started, he's one of the luckiest, and he's also the worst to ever happen to Nigeria. All right. So from whatever side you want to see him, his life has made, his life made huge generational impact on millions of Nigeria, although negatively. His first coming left a bit of a lifetime trauma in the lives of our own parents who were in their youth when Bokohari first came. 30 years later, our already traumatized parents, older generation, who have been so socially conditioned, right? The way the system wanted them to be over the years. They collaborated with the criminals and the career criminals in the system to deceive the younger generation again about this Bokohari. They were all screaming, change, change, change. 8 years of their lives was stolen from them by this Bokohari. And it didn't stop there. The lives and the, the lives of the generations yet unborn Nigerians have also been mortgaged by this rogue and his co-traveler. They will whitewash him. They will do everything to rewrite the history. They will name monument after him. They will print money, possibly even print money and put his face. Because when you take a look at all the rogues who have succeeded in ruining that contraption, not a single one of them is ever punished. They've always been rewarded. And Bokohari's own is not going to be an exemption. But none of you who are in your teens when Bokohari came to power in 2015, and how is 8 years left you when you were in your teens? To those of you who are in your 20s, in your 30s, when these guys came on board, you will never forget the impact in your life, ever. Those of you who have jackpot, those of you who lost your jobs, those of you who lost loved ones, and those of you who lost businesses, those of you who have something to say, well, Nigeria happened to me, but I managed to remedy it, as some will say. So Bokohari's time as your president actually left an indelible, destructive, negative impact in the lives of generations. And that has now come to an end. The damages will outlive him, of course. All the damages he participated in. All of the implanted, institutionalized tribalism, religious supremacy that they weaponized and still using right now, weaponizing right now to keep power. All of this, they will outlive Bokohari. And as one of the many young men that waged a genocidal war to keep Nigeria one, as one of them, they are all checking out one by one. And their dear Nigeria, their lovely Nigeria is tearing apart. So, for those of them who are still left, we are counting their days. Everything they did to keep this contraption together for themselves will be undone. I mean, even while they are still here. And if they are going to hold on to it for too long or much longer, it will be done over their dead bodies. They are those who put together this fake contraption. And it actually served them. They all lived to the ripe old age of 70s, 80s, 90s. Many, many generations that have now that are now Nigerians, the current Nigerians, will never enjoy what these guys enjoyed. And that longevity, that long life, well, is now going to be a luxury. So they are leaving behind the country damaged, with damaged people, divided as well. So we're counting this. That era has come to an end. And right now, an implosion is about to follow. Like I said, they all pretended to be there because they claimed Bokohari is this great leader, this right? Now, 24 hours after that, even though it's already cooking, we'll begin to see the Atozu as expected. From Osun State, Arebe Baba Kabiru Okmoimo is doing his own ground mobilization enough that somehow, some people are beginning to feel like, what's going on? Is he actually really working to get Tinubu out? Or what is all this? Well, time is the only thing that will tell, right? Let's go to Osun. Last 2 days in Osun State, with Aregbe Baba Kabiru mobilizing for their coalition ADC and what have you. These clips surfaced online.
Wọ́n bá sọ fún wọ́n bá sọ wọ́n lè ṣe yìí. Kíkà má ṣe sílẹ̀. A lè wà pẹ̀lú yín kó máa rí báyìí ká lè máa sọ pé ẹ ṣe dáadáa. Orin tá a máa ń gbọ́ báyìí pé bye bye to jàgbàjàgbà. Bye bye to jàgbàjàgbà. Bye bye to rédèrèdè. Bye bye to rédèrèdè. Bye bye to APC. Bye bye to jàgbàjàgbà. Bye bye to APC. Bye bye to jàgbàjàgbà.
Bye bye to APC. Àbẹ̀ráyé. Alonde wa kú sùúrù. God is really patient, right? That's Aregbe Mugu Baba Kabiru, who is now the acting interim secretary of the coalition party for 2027 in getting Koolu out of power. Same thing is also going on same thing is going on in the northeast, northwest, as they are posting videos of like Massivo for real. That is why when people ask that, okay, what is now next? What is next? Sir Bakoba.
Well, the human element is there, like my elder friend Boba Galadima said, but that is not really the issue. The issue is not about amending the Constitution. I've said again and again that you cannot amend a bad document. A bad, illegitimate document that never proceeded from the people through a popular plebiscite or referendum can never be the product of the people. I have said it again and again, and Dr. Ruben, elsewhere in the last 5-6 years when you interviewed me, that even 1 million amendments to the present constitution cannot solve it. We are still talking about constitutional amendment when we should be talking about introducing a brand new constitution that reflects our diversity as a nation, reflects our multi-religious, linguistic inclination. What we need, Ruben, is a total beginning, a fresh beginning, like from a tabula rasa, like Naaman the leper that dipped himself in River Jordan 7 times and became cleansed of his leprosy. That is what we need. The present constitution, apart from its original sin, what we call the original sin, like that of Adam, of being a product of a military dictator through the promulgation of Decree number 24 of 1999. Apart from the fact that the Constitution is actually a schedule attached to a decree, which therefore told a lie about itself in its preamble by saying, we the people of Nigeria do hereby make and give to ourselves the following constitution. Apart from that original sin, the present constitution, no matter the amendments, cannot take us forward. Because one, it operates a unitary system of government, all the provisions, not a federal system of government. 2, it dispossesses the people of their economic, social, political, and cultural rights. 3, it is too heavy. It is too heavy on the side of wastages and leakages, which makes Nigeria today to use about 70 to 80% of our national resources to service recurrent expenditure and public debts, those leaving only 20 to 30% for capital expenditure. No nation can grow like that. We are not going to grow like that. So when you are talking about a constitution like this being amended, you are really pursuing shadows where you should pursue substance. What, for example, I ask you, are we doing with 109 senators and 360 House of Representative members? Do you know the Senate itself has over 45 committees. Each committee, Ruben Rufai and my sister there, is fully staffed with members, with employees. We have a system where one position has accretions up to 10. Those we have an SSA, Senior Special Assistant, after a Special Advisor, Senior Special Assistant, then Special Assistant, then Personal Assistant. Do you know how many ministries we are operating? Well over 40 ministries. Take, for example, the Ministry of Agriculture, which has up to 13 technical departments. 11 of them are strewn across the 36 states of Nigeria and FCTC. This ministry that got a lot of money allocated to it in the present budget has permanent secretaries, directors, particularly directors all over Nigeria. A Ministry of Agriculture that some weeks ago called for prayers. They call for prayers against hunger, against famine.
Okay, sir.
Do they operate even a fish pond?
Okay.
Do they operate one? Do they operate
Okay,
one acre, one plot of land?
They say, okay, sir. Don't go too deep. We know where you are going with that. They don't like you say it. This Nigeria cannot work. We never work. And it is not a cause. No matter how much they have socially conditioned you, look around you. Just look around you. Do you see anything normal about this, how Nigeria is, or how these guys are ruining Nigeria? Do you see it normal? Like, corruption is, there are corruptions all over the world, right? And of course, there are corrupt politicians and all that. Beyond corruption now, the reason why these guys are able to do all of this and get away is simply because the law that is meant to control them are basically just toothless, worthless piece of legislations. It doesn't work on them. So rather than strengthen your institutions, these criminals are building powerful men. They want to be powerful, so powerful, that even the citizens themselves will let you know that they have been conditioned that there are some people above the law and they will always be. They are the powerful people. That's the system they put in place. All starting from the fake constitution that over 200 million people actually accepted. I know, say you go, even like, I know you are going to possibly say, okay, you unko 200 million people accepted a military decree as their constitution. And the preamble of that book is that we, the people. There was no we, never was, never is, never will be. And they have pushed that for 26 years. 26 years. Making people believe that they have a democracy. It's kind of democracy that allows these rogues that the moment they are in power, they will do everything to crush the opposition. When they are not in power, they will do everything to form coalition to take power. And in doing all of that, right, they are violating their own constitution, left, right, and center. Who is going to hold them? Nobody. There's no way you can run a system or a society like that. It's impossible. So that Nigeria will be better. God will do it one day. It's a pure delusion. If Nigeria gets better or a little bit better organized, everybody will feel it. But it is because the fake contraption has gotten to that breaking point, and these criminals that are not changing their minds, if they continue the way they have been like caused to do, right? It is just a matter of time. That conversation you don't want to have, you will be forced to have it. And what is that conversation? Are you still interested in this contraption or not? Yes or no? You would have that conversation. Everyone would, eventually. You know? So rather than keep trying to patch a dilapidated house that you didn't build, but you are supposed to be the owner of the land, why not demolish the whole thing and rebuild it this time based on the agreed terms and conditions? But no, they will form coalition. Everybody will run here and there. The best rigger will be announced. And if not, they will burn down the country. That is the modus operandi. It is always about them. Nobody is interested in the structural foundation of the country they want to govern. No one of them is interested in pulling, at least listening to the people they want to govern and say, how do you want us to govern you? Or rather, they will criminalize self-determination, demonize them, tell you how much they love Nigeria. They don't love Nigeria for Nigeria to work. They love Nigeria because Nigeria has been so good to them. And Nigerians have been so gullible to trust them again and again. And they have become so like, complacency. They have become so like relaxed and all that enough that they have become so entitled. And that entitlement is what they wear on their, on their shoulder like a medal. You know what I mean? And say we are the leaders. Our leaders, we met yesterday and we decided, we the leaders, And if anybody tries to challenge them or ask them to take responsibility like Bokohari did, then they want you dead. So for those people who are going to tell you that it is a sin to speak out your mind or say your mind, how you feel based on how Bokohari's regime affected you. Play them this video. I'm going to show you something else, okay? This is us now kind of like drifting back a bit to an ended era of Bokohari, even though another civilian dictator another civilian dictator, Koolu, that hijacked power in Nigeria, has been displaying even worse traits than that of Bokohari. But here, if anybody says that respects the dead, play them this video of El Rufaya, one of Bokohari's disciples now, where he said, where he was actually mocking Yaradua. How many of you remember this video?
Allahu Akbar.
Idan wani ne in mun wani ne ba wai kai ba
cikin manyan shugabannin gwamnati da suke aiki in mun yi muku wani laifi da kushe. Allah ya ji
In case if you probably didn't understand that all he said, right? That was in 2023, talking about Jonathan and Yaradua. He said Jonathan fought him, he ended up in Otuoke. Yaradua fought him, he ended up in the grave. And they, to him, hell fire of Katsina. And to those who are asking you again to respect the dead, I am not sure, but he is one good example among many others. Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, Omoyele Sowore, and so many others who suffered greatly under the regime of Bokohari. I played a video this afternoon. I'm going to replay it to this bigger audience now. Bokohari did this to Omoyele Sowore. Today, you could possibly be talking about, let me tell you something, right? How evil Bokohari was. These people did him nothing. Omoyele Sowore, as usual, was mobilizing Nigerians to demand for accountability, stop, end poverty, end terrorism, and all that kind of campaign. And it's called Revolution Now. Sowore was almost killed by Bokohari for asking for better government or a better Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu was almost killed, but 32 other young people were not that lucky the day they attempted to kill Nnamdi Kanu. For what? For openly rejecting the idea of the Fulani settlements in Igbo land, and at the same time proceeding to demand for a peaceful referendum where the people would have to decide if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. Nigeria unleashed their, state resources to get to hunt him down and kill him. But when they couldn't, they have him kidnapped from Kenya. Sunday Igboho, who also himself a victim of this Bokohari, didn't do anything wrong. Fulani terrorists were killing the Yorubas, kidnapping them for ransom, stopped many of them from going to their farms. Igboho left his, baby boy life, his comfortable life, put on his own armor of, armor of war. And he went after the terrorists, something that the Nigerian government under Bokohari deliberately ignored the people's vulnerability to these murderers. Instead of the Nigerian government to support him and go after the terrorists, killing the people, it was his back that they put a target. These and more are the legacies of Bokohari, including the over 800 young people they slaughtered in a space of 1 week, simply because they were asking for an end to police brutality, a better package, a better welfare package for the police, end to terrorism, end corruption, improve society. That peaceful protest turned so bloody as one of Bokohari's legacy. Sowore was lucky here. Somebody was trying to inject him something, a strange substance. All for what? All for what? So the saddest thing about that incident, right? Oh, sorry, one sec. Sorry. So the saddest thing about that, or should I say the most unfortunate thing about that incident, was that it happened inside the courtroom, inside their own courtroom. Bokohari has the world record, Guinness World Record for the government that disobeyed court judgments, court orders, and they choose what to obey or not to obey on the fundamental human rights. For that of the NSAS, somebody like a DJ Switch, you do know her, right? Is also a living witness to what your country can suddenly become and how an event in your country can suddenly change the trajectory of your life. There are many, many of them who are for the safety of their lives, as they were being followed by all these state secret police, DSS. The majority of them watched as some people got kidnapped and they disappeared. Nobody able to trace or find them anymore, all because of this. Why would you want to kill? Because Bokohari said these people want to overthrow him. That's what Bokohari said, that these Nigerians want to remove him from power and he would do anything, that what happened to him in 1985 would never happen again. He would never lose that power again. So therefore, Nigerians became his enemies. And that's how he rode on their blood. That's how he kind of like walked on their blood for the rest of his bloody regime at the time. DJ Switch. Let me add it to this clip.
Evening. In the last, I don't know, 40, 45 minutes, I've received a number of DMs, yeah? And I've received these DMs because of the story I put on my Instagram page. And one of them read, Be Kind. Another one was talking about Buhari's achievement. You know, he has achieved so much. He lived to a long old age of 82, 83 or something like that. I said, okay, fair enough. But that's why my post said, inevitability. It's inevitable. We're all going to die. I know I'm going to die. Either I die by natural causes, or I die by an accident, or I die by something else. It is inevitable. Nothing to really look too deep into that. It's life, right? But the one I want to actually harp on is the achievement. Buhari achieved what? Please. He achieved what? He achieved what? And with what? With our resources? With our money? What did he achieve? Or you don't realize that he lived long because of our resources? Do you know how many people are dying in Nigeria? Do you know how many people are starving in Nigeria because they don't have national cake to steal from? They don't have national cake to go get quality treatment abroad. Please tell me, what did Buhari achieve? And yeah, with all of that stuff, all of the stuff that they've stolen, that they keep stealing, they are less likely to be attacked by police or armed robbers on the road when they are riding around with heavy security. Please tell me what Buhari has achieved, apart from destroying lives and killing Nigerians. I don't need to prove my empathy to anybody, all right? But I do believe that history will always be the real long life. Because when you are a leader and you are not just, you are not fair, you don't lead in service of the people will make a drink and toast to your demise. But when you lead with justice, fairness, when you put your people first and their interests first, the people will cry and mourn. The people will wail. They will remember you forever. And that is what that post meant. Like I said, I don't really need to prove empathy. But today, when I woke up and saw that news, it was like another justice, right? Because no matter what all our politicians do, I hope today is a stark, not a stark, that's the wrong term. I hope today it is sort of like an insight into how they will be remembered. And guess what? I hate to kind of break it to you, they may not give a damn, because right now all they want to do is just enjoy this life and accumulate for their children. And their children's children and their children. I can say and their children's children till tomorrow. So yeah, say what you will. Anybody that knows me well knows that I see what's on my mind and I keep it moving. So, next on the list, T-Pain. How far?
DJ Switch. Speaking from, the position of a victim of a system, all she did wrong was to join others to demand for a better Nigeria. And then they became a target. They were treated like terrorists. They were treated like the enemy of the country, while the real enemies of the country are whining and dining in the cozy corners of the government houses across Nigeria, unfortunately. So that is a victim. But do you know that guy that, I'll leave you something, the guy that recently resigned from Tinubu's government or regime? You remember him? Don't worry, I'll bring him back to your screen in a minute. He is among those who were with Bokohari too. And in fact, he was one of the northerners who were the Sai barbarians at the time that also got a presidential appointment to work with Bokohari or within their presidency at the time. Working with, getting reappointed by Tinubu is by that same standard. Do you understand? Now, do you know what this guy said? He said that Nigerians who are angry with Bokohari, they are killing Nigerians in that kind of like large number, could have been prevented if the people, if they had heeded the call of Bokohari that every one of them should go back home and their demands will be met. This guy went on TV this morning and he spewed this rubbish. He's a member of their coalition talk, by the way, because according to him, Tinubu is not taking Nigeria anywhere. And he hasn't even met with Tinubu since his appointment. He has never met with him like this. He was supposed to be special advisor to Tinubu, but they've never met or have a one-on-one chat. Now, the guy was sounding like a repentant terrorist. Because any APC, Ebekegbe that you see, that claim that they are no longer APC and they are working to come and remove APC, you can class them as a repentant APC, which is repentant terrorist, by the way. So he is a repentant terrorist of this APC flock. And it's sounding like, oh, we need the better. But guess what? He's among of those who danced at Ilogu on the dead bodies of Nigerians that their soldiers slaughtered. He still blamed them in death in this video.
All right, now this I don't think it's even about a close relationship that I share with the late former president. I think it's about the knowledge of his person, you know, and I mean, it's okay that people have, you know, varying opinions about his death. The fact that they have an opinion alone, it means he evokes something in their subconsciousness. That's energy. you know, whatever direction the energy flow, any human whose death can evoke as much, you know, energy as is living, it's a human who lives forever. But I mean, I can tell you that you have always said it. I mean, all the way up until 2020 and beyond, I have been on national televisions, and I have always said that my greatest disappointment with my generation is how we are not taking responsibility to enlighten the generation after us, the Gen Zs. And you know, they are born very smart. I mean, if you are one of those who believe in spirituality, you know that they are smarter than the generations, you know, our generations and those ones we made. They are born that way. That's because they are said to be returning ancestors with a lot of knowledge. But the one thing they don't have the patience to do is to dig back into history and make a decision for themselves from facts, and not carried on opinions of people who didn't have access to information, let alone fact, most times. And I mean, I'll pick one instance in the late former President Mohammadu Buhari's lifetime, especially when he was in office. You know, I'll pick the incidents of October 2020. Then I'll draw it backward into July, August, September, and even October. You know, it was everywhere that, you know, a lot of things were not right, just as it is today, just as it has always been. But a lot of young people wanted to act on emotions that were not theirs, emotions that were sold to them, unverified, and they acted on that. We were on national TV, we called for restraint. We asked for the young people to take a different approach, especially after the request had been met. If that had been taken in, before we talk about consequences of, I mean, can we look at, even God himself asked us to respect the laws of the land. I mean, you respect the laws. You met tradition. You can't fight tradition. You can't fight your nation. You don't have to like President Mohammadu Buhari, but as the president of over 200 million souls, he has the authority of God over them for that period. It doesn't have to be right, but he can be guided right by his followers. So I think most of the emotions are misplaced. And like I've known, I mean, in the times of Jesus, Anabi Isa alayhi salam wa salam, maybe peace be upon him, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Moses, all of the prophets in the books, no, people didn't believe in them in their time. I mean, a lot of Jews don't even believe Jesus was a prophet. I mean, they saw him as just a very solid follower of Moses. And he said it himself, that he didn't come to change the laws of his forefather, but he has only come to refine it. Time moves. We can't keep using expectation of yesterday to judge time. Let's appreciate the people we've met for keeping us. You know, it's the fact that we are not living from the point of gratitude that concerns me. If you wake up any Nigerian 60 years ago and stand him on the street of Lagos and Abuja, and just don't look at the cars, just look at human beings passing, you find out that the average human being has 1 or 2 telephones. These were people who were better than a lot of us in their time. They never had the opportunity of having a phone in their home, not even in their place of work, where they were so revered. We have everybody move around with telephones today. We do not appreciate life as it has evolved to our time, so that we can ask ourselves how we can make it better for ourselves and for people ahead. I think that's where we miss the point. But on days like this, it is not up to anybody. The energy will be evoked on earth because a good man has lived well and has been called by his creator. And nothing.
Ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyámà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí. Ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyámà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Nuisance lélẹ́yìí. Nuisance lélẹ́yìí. Nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
Comme la c'est beau que a digital slap. Did you see his face? I had to type it in the comments, ask you that pay attention to his facial expression. 2020, the year that Bokohari and his co-travelers unleashed terror on southern Nigerians, while the northerners watched from far. And I'm not trying to say or downplay those of you who stood up in Abuja, in Kano, in all these places, right? I'm not downplaying your role. But Buhari and his gang, young people from Lagos to Ogun, to Ondo, to Ekiti, to Enugu, to Imo. Imo massacre was bloody. To River State, with the weakest massacring people in Obigbo. It was a killing spree that even lasted longer than the 20th of October 2020. The killings of Nigerians under the cover of this their NSAS stuff, right? The crackdown. They didn't stop on the 20th of October. They were still killing people on the 21st, 22nd, 24th, especially between 24th, from 24th and 28th of October 2020. Everyone who survived Obigbo massacre, who survived that, will tell you that you only know about Lekki toll gates. You have no idea of what they did elsewhere. It was that horrible. Did you see his face, the way he is? Because they all believed that they wanted to remove Buhari. So these were the guys who killed over 1,000 people in 2011 because Bokohari lost to Jonathan. So 2015 to 2020, 2019, 2020, to them, whether Bokohari is a complete failure, they no care. You go finish it tenor. As the military were killing people, police were killing people, these Fulani terrorists, Hausa terrorists, on social media, they were threatening people that they will start killing the Igbos now. They will start killing the Yorubas now. It was mad. I don't know how old you are, and I don't know how much coronavirus probably affected you enough that this may be news to you. It's not news. It happened. And you see that his facial expression is to bringing back that rage and anger that it couldn't even make any sense. He's saying that we should be grateful that we have phones. Yeah? That the Gen Z are intelligent. But at the same time, they are allowing them to be misled. Misled for asking for a system that works. Then he went on to talk about Jesus. Talk about this. This is the mofo. These are the mofos that surround seat of power in Nigeria. You will be you will marvel. And then you can understand why this contraption, this fake contraption, is nearing its end. It's just a matter of time. I told you I can do it. And Timmy, say your own mind.
Hello, my people. About the previous video I made, right on my page here. Many people come for me, Emilocon people come for me simply because I say Baba Tinubu is going, Baba Blue is going, Bulaba is going. Of course, yes. I'm not taking back my word. Baba Blue is going come 2027. He's going to be kicked out. That is how it is. Nigeria is not for one person. Nigeria is not for one set of gullible miscreants. Nigeria is for the intelligent one. People that are intelligent, we know that this government has failed us. Yeah, they have failed us. Let me quickly say this thing. I observed something. There are two sets of people that are supporting this Tinubu government. Two sets of people. One, the first set are the people that are selfishly okay What did you mean? What did I mean by selfishly okay? They are okay on their own, but they still keep blind eye to all the evil, the things going on, insecurity, everything. In fact, everything is messed up. They keep blind eye because they are not being affected. They are not being affected individually. They are not being affected. That is why they can afford it. So that is why I call them selfishly okay. They are very selfish people. And the second people, they are those ones that cannot even afford 3 square meal, but they are very shallow upstairs, block eggs people. Those people that are very sworn into tribalism, tribalistic, everything in their life. They are living a locality life. They don't know what it is to run a government. All they just come out to shout is about their tribes. Many have been calling me names, saying all sorts of nonsense simply because I go against this.
We are a poor nation. The ban coal will follow. They say firewood, not food. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, try shining, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it. If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Yeah, it's a successful again, a town hall, different from Blue Bulaba.
Anyway, the second group, as referenced by that lady, she was referring to this group. Shallow upstairs, shallow inside, shallow everywhere, and they are in their large numbers. In the last local government election in Lagos State, this one made it to my
Information reaching me now is that Inobiri himself had decided to put a big cow down. People are sharing it. People have shared it. And also, they have collected rice in package. They have collected gari in package. This is evidence. Show your PVC. Collect rice, collect malu, collect gari. You can see, and beans. In fact, this is APC doing it. See people doing it. Our councillor in this area, this is Ward E, Ikorodu local government. Incoming councillor is right beside the man. The man is not going to the Koolu. He's just doing it for the party. He's just doing it for the party. He has been doing it since the inception of campaign. This is another one. This will go far. Be expecting this on the internet very soon.
You are busy. See, Mayegun, I have this. If we want to change that Nigeria, I have a plan. We must make sure that, okay, we get Koolu. You better don't waste your time. Because not that your plan. A sachet of rice, sachet of tin tomato, no, sachet tomato, a drop of cooking oil, which is groundnut oil. All of these your sleepless night ideas of how to make Nigeria work. It will put all of that into, I don't know, like, at least there is no harm in trying, they say. In Delta States. It's for your own good, though. They will tell you the name.
Hello, sir. Now, no, Chibolo be this. Motor car hand. Sir. Now, driver be this. Hello. Well, I see also. We don't come stop for here for this on Shugbo Road, and this the other one sir even worse past this one though. This thing, feel like say you don't pass power now. See us another motor self even hand. See us. As we just stay inside like this so. See you. If you don't pity us more, better more they go that Boko side though. See us we suffer for here. See how. Now come with you.
Road or something road. So good luck with that. And there is one thing though, I don't know if I still have the time to share that with us, but in Shewin's reaction, you know, among the victims of you know the decades victims of Bokohari is the fella's family, and Sheung, speaking on behalf of the fella family, right, says, well, Bokohari's death means nothing to him, right, or to his family, and it is not a closure whatsoever, or where, you know, in his words. So give me a sec, I'll be back.
That is justice. That an old man has died of old age after using our blood to secure the financial future of his generations. That is, I can't wonder, say, what make APC this scatter? Buhari has not even said anything. So me, I can't believe, say, now Buhari, they send all these boys to go attack. Say they want Buhari won't do another time. Abi Tinubu don't cancel one Buhari contract. And they want to say, why all the whole northern Buhari caucus of APC want they fall out? Ashe Ajeni Yami, Baba Tiku. They don't say Baba won't die. So their mouth in the party. Oh, see Nigerians. This coalition is based on the fact that Buhari don't die. They still say their mouth. All those northern them Rufai, all those, no, their mouth in the presidency has been closed. Now yesterday, I mean, the day before yesterday, we Buhari died. Now we just can't know the reason why. What they say is the sufferings of Nigerians. Because if there's no Buhari, Say Baba. If they don't say Baba, where is the way in? Where is the say Baba? But don't forget that time. Say Baba. Nigeria. Oh my God. Will you quick forget something? Will you quick forget something? Will you quick forget something? Now they make us the fall for all this. You don't understand? You know. So me, nobody inside this life where Buhari don't offend and damage reach my family. At least my own side of the family. You don't understand? Buhari dealt with my family. But his death yesterday, I believe before yesterday, I don't see him as any kind of justice or victory for my family. And the only thing where I don't say, the problem when get up say, I see him die now, my popsi don't die, Uncle Koolu don't die, fella don't die. Before I'm all better men than him. 100 times better men than him. Uncle Koolu dead, Uncle Beko dead, my dad, fella, dead. The only solace I can take from this kind of thing is say the three of them will gather brush am. If after life they don't understand that kind of thing, they once they meet on based on say seniority, one be bang. James Uba, you have asked.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people approving. People should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the knockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger, because some people will be at indoor. There's no a way to make our own life.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Prof. Now let's move away from this whole drama thing, all right? As we are coming close to the end of the session tonight, right? Let's go to Lagos. I was busy with his urban renewal theatrics. And I'm going to ask, would you want us to take calls tonight? Or we can all just go get some rest after this. I'll read my comments. But for now, let's stop by in Lagos. Okumbo Wahab, the environmental commissioner in Lagos, and we call him or popularly known as. So the agreement is that we should take calls, right? Right. So we will take calls, but before it's an appeal from Zako, Oji, and others. Yule Dochi, I think, you're Nollywood actor telling you that you should relax. Tinubu will fix Nigeria. And after that, I'll take a break. Okay? Yule and his gang. So they organized a rally. They said, Tinubu will fix Nigeria, according to them. Even though I'm a little bit famished right now, but yeah, we'll take calls. Okay? But listen, we're going to take a short break, right? And when I come back, that is when we're going to take calls. However, if you have to leave, remember that please, so like the broadcast, share it, subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this chat, and of course, if you have your own rant that you want to rant, pick up that phone. It could be a moment, all right? I will be back in a minute or two. So if you are staying, make sure you stay put. Don't go anywhere. Brethren, I do have I think I have my first caller on the line. So let's keep it as many calls as possible, maybe. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, my good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you, Baba?
Yeah, I'm fine, and you?
Very well. Can't complain.
Yeah, it has been long. It has been long. I make a call like this. Yeah, just very
sure.
What I actually intend to say is that concerning the death of this motherfucker, you know,
maybe you should
one thing that people
just MF or Mofo, just for the sake of
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to put it down as much as possible, though. But yeah, go
on. This very guy here, I want every Nigerian to understand that this guy, don't allow anybody, either your religion, your pastor, the church you're going, anything you're doing, any association or organization that you find yourself that is trying to gaslight you, not to celebrate the death of your oppressor, of your tormentor. You need to have in mind, must disassociate yourself from such organization or for such religion body. Celebrate this. It is a God, even if you like, give it 100 years.
It is even in the Bible now. They say when the wicked rules, they say when the righteous rule, right? The people rejoice. Have you not been so?
Of course, and when the wicked dies, the city rejoices. So now, so everybody should shout a shout of joy. Don't allow anybody to gaslight you. Remember, this guy, he crossed every boundary. He crossed every line. He by children that know nothing about whatever is going on in that contraption. He find them and he was doing it with joy. When he finished doing them, you will see him in his sitting room with toothpick inside all of them. Because he don't give a damn. Like you celebrate it, in fact, make it like it is something big. Of expecting to be warming up now. We want Adeboye to be warming up. Yeah. We want Kumuyi to be warming up. We want Oyedepo to be warming up. We want Tinubu to be warming up. We want Wike to be warming up. We want Babangida. All of them want them to start warming up. But the most important one, you see the main, do you know the roles that these religious leaders are playing in this whole thing? They are the one that will come as a peacekeeper. You that is keeping peace, you are holding one of the fighters, you are holding his hand at the back, and you say they keep peace. Me and Percy, they fight, the whole just leader are playing in that contraption. So they will come to their pulpit when the people are about to rise, when they're about to fight for themselves, you will see them, they will be killing their morale one after the other from their evil pulpit. And when they finish doing that, you will see this most they will come. They will come and they will kill you. When they finish killing you, the RCCG department, they will come. They will be like rearing you, you know.
And now to serenade you now, I tell you that maybe that's how God wants it. And God says you should pray for your killers. So yeah, let's pray. It's all.
I even thank them now. I thank them. There is another religious tormentor that is now tormenting them. Thank God for Ape Damina. He has already made everybody understand that God did not choose leader for you. Not that God choose Tinubu for you. Not that God choose Buhari for you.
No, God doesn't choose any leader.
Not that God choose for you. So don't let anybody gaslight you, even if you are not going to enjoy anything there. Enjoy this moment. Let them understand that you enjoy this moment.
God bless you, Baba.
Express yourself.
Let me take another one. It seems that a lot of people actually want to really run tonight, right? So let's give them their own shot. Thank you very much for calling in, Baba. As usual, you have a good one, Baba. So, how did I miss that? Sorry. Now, if you also want to vent, right, you have to actually dial the number. You have to keep dialing it. It's quite busy, right? So those who usually get through as regulars, they are those who knows that they don't dial just once or twice and stop. So you need to keep dialing. Here is a caller. Hello.
Hello, Mayebu.
Hello, sir.
This is how you doing, my man?
Very well. Oh. How are you?
I'm all right. This is HK from USA, from Kansas City.
That's HK? AJ.
Yeah.
From Kansas City. I know.
Yeah.
How are you, Baba?
I'm okay. Let me dive into this matter. You know, try not to. Let me utilize my minute on this.
Great.
You see the problem that going on in this so-called zoo called Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
About how many millions of population in there, because they haven't have any census to know how many population in Nigeria and how many people live in that so-called Nigeria. And when you look at all the immigration system, none of them is functioning because they can't know who is in Nigeria and who is not. You see all these odorous murderers calling themselves, parading themselves as leaders. Now, this useless man died long time ago when when Mazen Nandekaro verify how long how Buhari died. Okay, they bring this dead idiot back from the United Kingdom. They never review his face. They don't know who they buried.
Apart from the fact that they are so disorganized, that's not a state burial for a former president. That's not his done.
They never review his face. And they never plan about the barriers of anything. They will talk about religion. You see, Nigeria, as long as Nigerians keep existing, there is a lot of people have a disease there. I'm talking about natural disease. About if Nigeria is 2 million, about 2.9 million have a natural different diseases. Because when you have the leaders, they call their so-called illiterates and the old idiots and the old like Eddie Craven, they are ruling countries, but they are sponsored from abroad, which is the United Kingdom. Because all they focus on is the resources in that Nigeria. They never care about the people, and those people that parading themselves, those they are stooge.
They're just stooges.
That is the reason why Nigeria, and now they're feeding all these Nigerians with all this type of disease because they can't. You yourself, you call it second syndromes. And it's been a long that thing be suffering in Nigeria.
It's so genetic. It's like it's so generic as well. Like from generation to generation.
Where can you start to treat this mental problem? Where can you start?
Where?
Because it's so bad. They're not. About half of them is not educated. Okay. How can you have a president that you can't know who he is?
I mean, the whole country.
Yeah, the whole country. And they parading themselves, and they have all these securities, and they keep creating. What happened to the police that you guys have? Who is those people ruling you guys? Who is those people ruling Nigeria? And they kept saying, Nigeria is never a country for beginning. And after I finish this, those ones in abroad, they are answering Nigerians, and they can never live there. They will come here and talk about Nigeria. I had to love Nigeria. Why can't you go over there? Because you're getting money from all those criminals. This is very bad. And they're living here in abroad and having a better healthcare and having a better system. And they still have a mind. And those people are very wicked human beings. They are those are people you call devils that live in abroad and supporting what's going on in Nigeria. How can you support that when you see all these things in overseas? And how the real country rules their people and they put their people first.
Exactly.
And now, when they still haven't reviewed who is the Buhari and who died, and up to now they still have a Mazen Nandekano in prison. And they can say, okay, is our government is our own Igbo governors is holding them. Who is the one holding them? Who is the one president now is holding
Who is
them?
holding him now? I have said it before. Tinubu has inherited Bokohari's fight.
Tinubu is holding Mazen Nandekano. And all this, after that, they will bring the ethnics. Okay, ethnics, and this is Igbo, this is another party. How can you fucking let us go and let us do our own thing? We don't give a shit about the leaders that we have. We're talking about millions of Igbos who are ready to go. Why are you holding this man? Why can't you divide the country and let everybody? Are you telling me I'm a one Nigeria?
No.
May God punish whoever say I'm one Nigeria, because them never care about me. No. And they also will never care about my grandkids. And they have all their kids schooling abroad. That's and right. They have millions of people with no education, with no school, with no hospital.
And no plan, no plan for them.
No plan at all. The idiots that die in United Kingdom, Daura be living there, and they're living in the Nigerian resources from the east. I think it's about the time everybody started realizing they need to divide that country. They need to let everybody go at their own separate way and rule themselves the way they want. And we take anything out of them and let people go. Thank you, Mayebu.
God bless you, Ejike, my man. See, again, you two can actually be the next person on the line, and you can express yourself. And if you can be like Ejike and my first scholar who didn't go beyond 4 or 5 minutes, you'll be my role model this evening, right? Here is another caller. Hello.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, my lady. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Aku arafera.
Adio, akwashente.
Akutuku baba lorun jare.
Adio.
Well, I'm just this impersonation stuff I'm confused about. You know. So how many people has played Buhari now?
Say that again.
I said how many people has played the part of Buhari in Nigeria?
I don't think I can answer that because I don't think there is any. I mean, you see,
because they keep saying right? This Jubilee.
See, out of curiosity, I was like, maybe somebody is going to say, okay, you know what, open the coffin. Didn't they want to take a glimpse? The last look?
Yeah, but usually that for the Islamic burial rites, they don't do all that. Oh. Even the Saudis, they don't do.
For him. Even though he won't be buried, what happens is that they won't bury him in that. Well, I get
but that's usually the way they buried. They just wrap them in that white thing and then put them in the grave. That's it. They don't do all those fanfare for burial in Islam. So, but my thing is, what are the odds that? Because I don't believe that somebody Jubril or it. I don't believe, and this is the reason. Right. What are the odds that they will find somebody that look exactly like you and also speak like you? You know, it was so easy for them to find a body double for the guy, you know. And if that was the case, he died in 2017. Yeah. Don't you think his political opponents would have used that against them in 2019?
It depends on who knows.
It would, if Nnamdi Kanu can find that house, that means it's not a secret. It's not a well-hidden secret.
Well, that's
there will be people, within that circle that will know about this. So, and his political opponents, wouldn't they have used that during that his second term? You know, these things would have come out. Now that even Tinubu we were going to find out about his schooling and everything. Everything came out. People would dig that out. You know, and also, are we saying that the hospital, the Royal Hospital, is in on the game too? Because why would they even take him to that hospital to declare him dead? They would have done that in Katsina. He's old and he's sick. And then if they found a younger version of...
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm like... already getting them mixed now. We are talking about when he died or allegedly died in 2017, right? Is that the one we're still referring to?
Yeah.
Or this correct one?
If he had, what I'm saying is, if he had died in 2017, why would they now take him now in 2025 to that hospital to declare him dead? They could have just
a very good question.
Declared him dead in Katsina. Yes.
Instead of having to go to London and
Yeah, because all those things looking like, okay, so the hospital is in on it too. The British government is in on this fraud that we are talking about.
And that's
if
actually
they got
the point.
a younger,
I know that's actually the point. To help you, right? To help your curiosity, because a lot of people are curious too. All right. And that is why I'm not somebody who just wants to dismiss things. I have not seen the evidence that he died then too. Okay. And at the same time, I am not going to dismiss so many available theories that actually backed that. Again, maybe because of physical evidence that some of us don't have, gives us a doubting mind. And that's why I don't want to dismiss, but here is something.
But there's another point though.
Okay, maybe you should make it before you
Buhari
forget.
is,
Go on.
yeah, Buhari was a sickly man. He was constantly in and out of the hospital. So if they got somebody else to play that part, did they find a sickly person?
No, he suddenly, have you forgotten that he suddenly stopped going abroad, like regularly anymore after that surgery? Have you forgotten?
Yeah, but it was still going. It was still going for maybe he didn't stay that long, like
no anymore after that main surgery. He never went back on any.
But it was
But he was still going for checkup,
he was still going for checkup and all that. So why would he be going? Was that person also sickly too?
I know, but they never showed us. You see, there was never a moment they showed us Bokohari in the hospital. Remember that they said he's going for checkup and all of that stuff.
But they cannot show you in the hospital now. You know the rules in this. The rule of privacy. They won't. They can't show you anything in the hospital. They can even only family members can even go there. You can't go and visit him unless he allows you to come.
Why he is in the hospital? Don't get me wrong. The president of Nigeria walks into a clinic. That should be public, don't you think? Like
that's why they tell you he's there. Like no, they told us, he's in the hospital. Do I have to see him physically go into the hospital?
Again, they never mentioned the hospital. You remember? They will never mention the hospital. Ever. That in itself.
But anyway.
No, you will round it up now, but there's something I wanted to add to it. Hang on. There's something I wanted to, right? Your points are valid. You see, that's how people actually get answers. You ask questions, and that's what you are doing. All right. But I just want to add this as well, that your every raised question is valid. And I bet similar questions actually rings in the minds of a lot of people. And since they couldn't get the right answer, they just dismissed the whole thing. Like, no, I don't believe it, which is valid. But there are things that people have actually also raised, added, enough that somehow, they are not dismissible like that. An example.
Yeah, but if we are going to hold on to that wasn't Buhari, then we shouldn't be holding him responsible for the atrocities committed after 2017. Because how can a dead man commit all these atrocities?
That is also another question there, right?
So
that's
we should
another
be looking
very valid
for
question
the Jibril to come and answer.
Yeah, but I can answer you one, right? Somebody, let's even just say now that, let's agree with the conspiracy theorists now, okay? And say somebody actually impersonated him. The purpose is that a Buhari that has allegedly died suddenly is no longer dead. Somebody took up that his personality and continued to act as president of Nigeria in his name. Now, if we can't blame Buhari, a better working system would expose people behind that conspiracy, if it is true, like you said, right? Because what they have done is that they deceived the whole country and committed huge crime in the name of Buhari. I'm just trying to follow that theory of your question and say, okay.
And then we should be looking for that person, because you know that
there should be an independent investigation, or we can never get that anymore.
They can actually convict a dead person, like for crimes committed while he was alive.
That's right. Yes.
So
conviction.
So if we're saying that it wasn't the real Buhari that committed this crime, that means the other Buhari is alive. Right?
No, you should be separating them so that for clarity, especially for our listeners, you say Jubri, Abi Yusuf Abubakar. Jubri is Sudan, that one is from Sudan. Yusuf Abubakar is from Niger Republic. That one is the one that did the last
so
job.
It's actually 2 people, right?
No, 4.
Okay, so 4 people acted as Buhari now.
According to this theory.
In this movie.
It's a long one. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, okay? Because like I said, there are so many questions that are not with answers. And we'll never get them.
Yeah, I think it was just medical that actually transformed the guy. Just like you said yesterday, every part of his body has been changed.
Yeah, and there is a proof for that one.
So they can do also facelift and all that thing that will make him look younger than his age. So,
but it is what it is. Let me take another one, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of people are seated there right now, and guess what? From now on, their response is likely going to be based on what you just said. And you know the usual, right? Sit back and listen, or watch rather. So here is another caller on the line. You know, we have just half an hour to go, though. Please, hello,
Baba Mayegun.
Yes, sir.
Valentino from Sugarland.
Oh, that's a Val again. Valentino from Sugarland. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm okay. I'm actually at work. I have to pack because of what this woman just said.
Right.
Madam, make I answer you here. Mayegun, in life,
yes, sir.
You can say water is blood because you want to see water as blood. You can say blood is red oil because you want to see it as red oil. You can say Buhari is the best person on earth because you want to see him that way. You knowingly, even my 10-year-old son, I swear to God, he has asked me, why is Buhari so wicked? I've never told him anything about Buhari. So anybody can pretend. But let me answer her. Number one, did they agree that they kill us during ENSA? No, is that one from Nigeria?
No.
Does Nigeria never agree on anything? They denied it, even though their court said they should pay some people. And some state government actually paid some people. But they said they did not kill us. Nigeria doesn't agree anything. That's number one. Then number two, Western world will do whatever you want them to do, provided the money is right. But you're lie or true? You think you say right?
I don't know, it's true. I agree. I mean,
then I live in America, right?
Yep.
If you bring Nigerian resources, tell them, say, come and collect 2% of our mineral resources. They will do it what you want. You concern them, you not concern them.
You
understand me?
No.
Then number three, Tinubu, we all is not in Nigeria, or even if it is, you know, tell us where he come from. You know, Nigeria, Tinubu certificate, where everybody knows say he no gay. Supreme Court say what? Let him go back to Buhari. Supreme Court said he can rule with NEPA bill.
That's right.
They said, look at it. Any document that the INEC agreed that is equivalent to school start
is accepted.
So Mayegun, if I bring my mama, my grandmother will not go school, bring poor where she write. If INEC agrees say this is equivalent to school start now, she's not in Nigeria. Then more point. The Afra war up to today, did they still agree say it happened?
No.
Or did they
even said Ojukwu called for the war.
Do they have, even though Babangida don't come and talk, many people don't come talk, they still disagree.
No.
Mayegun, in technology, Mayegun, we have more than 100 Mayegun look alike.
And speak like Mayegun 100%.
Let's go about speaking for now. Mayegun, if you have the right money, personally, I don't see person will be like me before. I'm not joking. I run a fear. You understand me? I am telling you the fact, and many people they call me Desmond Elliot. I look like Desmond Elliot.
Right.
In fact, if something could happen, he's a little bit bigger than me, and I would just do it. Mayegun, Nigerian today, go for Sudan, go for anywhere, give person like $10 million to make you pretend to be anything. You don't go pretend.
You go do more.
Then when you have the money, Mayegun, tell me why the first lady will not live with her husband. Now let me tell her why.
I was going to point all of that out as well. When there is no evidence of them actually breaking up. But go on.
Mayegun, let me tell you why they have to go to UK, right? They want to make it look real. If they say this guy died for this thing, Mayegun, if Buhari was okay. One other point, Do you know, Mayegun, do you know why Erufai later agreed to work with Tinubu? Because Tinubu hold a secret. You understand me? So if Tinubu exposed the secret, do you know why they're scared of Tinubu? Tinubu is in control of so many governors. Even if he exposed the secret, not in Nigeria, was Tinubu stronger than Abiola? Where is Abiola today? Not in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we want to buy you, they will buy you, you are nobody. Nobody can talk from today to tomorrow. You understand me? So, finally, technology can make anybody talk anyhow. So that woman,
people need to know that though right now. And when he said that he couldn't speak his mother's tongue anymore, Fufude, that too. You know?
He has not. The kind placed Biafra say, I will stop talking about Biafra. Do with me whatever you want to do. Mayegun, thank you. Okay, one love, brother.
Yeah, Valentino, you have a very, very good evening or a good night too. I'm so sorry that we have another call on the line again. Here, hello.
Chairman, Kushel.
Hey, Adeola, is that you?
That's me.
How are you, Baba?
I'm very well. Hopefully, I won't take too long tonight.
Okay.
Go
on.
However you place it, either a body double, either either somebody else, whatever you call, anyone that is in the form of Buhari, it doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't change anything.
I'm happy you brought in one of the Kuti's children. Is it not?
Sheung.
What is Sheung? So if you listen to Fela's tracks, he made it clear what Buhari did to him. Back in the days, he called him animal in human skin.
Animal.
He called him a crazy man because of the things he was doing. So, it's immaterial. However, how you slice and dice it, he's not a correct person. Either body double, either somebody from whatever. So
he should be held responsible. Both in
responsible. Held responsible. His reputation precedes any character you want to place. Maybe I'm not a person that will feed into conspiracy theory and all that kind of stuff. I don't think is relevant. It's like you are losing focus if you are if we keep
like
on.
It is taking substance away from the gravity of his crime, of his sin.
Exactly.
They'll make you begin to get you. Adela?
Yeah, it's just a mere distraction. It's a mere distraction. I think we should keep on focusing on the real issues. If indeed
who are still dealing with us.
Exactly. So if indeed this story is true, let's give it time. The truth won't come out now. Give it some years down the line. If it's true indeed, all these things will come out. Eventually. If it's not, then eventually to come out. So I don't think we should waste so much time on that.
Anymore.
We should look at the current state of that nation and the trajectory we are heading to. The ADC, whatever they call themselves, is just and I saw the video of the rally, and it's so sad. That clip was demoralizing. It was heartbreaking to say the very least, because it's as if people haven't learned anything. If you are going for any rally by any of this crop of leaders that we have in this generation, it's not ADC, whatever you call it, it's the same people. It's the same people. Nothing has changed. So if the same people are still around doing the, still, changing parties, then it's the same result you will get. Michael, it's the same result. So at some point, one of those guys have been in APC or in PDP.
Almost
at some
every
point
existing party. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, in their career, and nothing has changed. So, if you're looking for ADC to, redeem or any other party, any opposition, it's effort in futility.
With their constitution, it's just waste of time.
It's a non-starter.
Futility, right?
See that constitution. People normally, say I go to the extreme when I use, when I describe our constitution. I don't think any group of nations in the world would prosper if you give them that constitution. If you bring 3 or 4 countries together and give them that constitution, there's no way to prosper.
They will fall apart.
So, if you're to ask me, how I'll describe our constitution, I will say that it, when you see tissue paper is useful, right?
Then what
is useful.
Even printed that one on.
Let me even go slightly, let me make some people angry tonight. A used tissue paper, a used one, is still better. A used one, because a used one,
worthless piece of paper. That's exactly what their constitution is.
Exactly.
Not
a used tissue paper.
They write
still
it
have
there.
Function.
It's worth its onion anywhere. No.
Yeah, because a constitution is not a piece of paper, is a live document, my God. And is a document that tells us the state of your flock, the state of your nation, and how prosperous it is. Because that's the first in the rule of law. Exactly. So, my God, your constitution is a live document. It's a live document. It's live. It's as you are working on it. It's delivering prosperity or delivering poverty. About good night, sir.
You have a very good one, Adiola, my man. Here is another caller. Just before we connect this caller, I want to imagine we were over 2,000 earlier on YouTube, but we've only been able to get 500 of us that actually really, really like the broadcast. So please, if you are still here watching on Facebook and on YouTube, please like the broadcast. Here is Alaji. Wow. Are you?
It's me,
Alaji. Wow. How are you, sir?
Good evening, everybody. Jamal. Good evening, everybody. Too, but there's many things people are pushing that this man is a Muslim or no Muslim. Although the Hadith, the Quran said we should forget the person died. But in this case, like Aisha said 2 days ago, that you pray, forgive our husband and everything. He should bring back all the money. Malami and his son and the other people, they are sitting now on $69 billion. That's a lot of money. They should bring all those money back. Every money they have in their account, they should bring it back. That's what the Hadith said. And at the same time, I've said it. I've already prayed today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be my witness. Today, that they punish Buhari, all the imam in Nigeria, they say they know the Quran, that they know what they are talking about. We want to see how you do, Sultana of Sokoto. Wallahi ta'ala Buhari has started his punishment today because many innocent people have already died. It's not for me to say what is going to meet on the day of Al-Qiyamah. But what I just want to say, I'm going to go back. I'm going to offend most of your callers tonight. But let's say when where you play one guy that is talking and the last caller and the lady before mentioned it, that guy, the second caller says something which is more interesting. How many are we Nigeria? What is the population of Nigeria? We don't know. So Nigeria is not working. The last caller mentioned to what the guy said before about the constitution or no constitution. It's not good. It's irrelevant. Please, I plead to every Igbo man here that still have sense. They should call Obi back. Obi can't rule Nigeria. It can't work. But one thing I want to say, I said it to most of the things you have already said before. Supposing 2027 come, and they said Obi is not the winner. So you want to start riot that time. The riot you didn't start today. We said, so one of the ladies that called tonight, ranting and everything like that, maybe the third caller. Let me just point this thing out. We Lagosian, we have already confronted Tinubu in the last election. You know why? Because Tinubu didn't win Lagos. The population of Igbo would have voted are not the population of Yoruba people that didn't vote. So that's it about that. They beg people back for Sanwo-Olu to come and win.
I remember.
And Sanwo-Olu didn't win either. It's mago. So we have already take our own part. Why can't you take your own part and say Nigeria is not working? We want to dismantle Nigeria. And thank you for showing that my brother sharing Gary and the rest in Koolu. I confront them. I know him. Even Jimmy Benson, I confront all of them. But although they don't reply me back like the way they used to reply me, but they count me as nuisance now. Okay, let's just put it to that brother. Maybe they listen tonight. Jimmy, ọmọ nílé ni àwọn ọmọ èèyàn gidi gan làwọn eléyìí ní Koolu. Ọmọ ènìyàn gidi gan làwọn eléyìí ní Nàìjíríà ní Jimmy ọmọ Todd Benson. One tell àwọn nuisance, àwọn non-entity láti pín rice. But we don't know who is who. Àwọn ọmọ àgbèrò Mustapha Sego tọ́yọ́pọ̀ gbé wá láti Ìlọrin àbáwọn parents ẹ̀ wá òun wá di apààyàn sí lọ́rùn ẹ̀ tún wá jọ ń jókòó ẹ̀ jọ ń pín rice. But that's not the way it's going to work. Nigeria is not working for everybody. It's not working for the Lagosian too. I'm glad I said this thing tonight. Please listen. Not that anybody hates you. We see what is going on in Ghana now. We see what is going on in Burkina Faso. What are we talking about? We are not Igbo. We are not Nigeria. We are not. Let everybody go back to his own region. Then from there we will pick it up from there. But our togetherness, that's what you pay Tinubu and his wife, because they know the game they are playing.
Broken up
So
Nigeria
that's it about that.
is a broken
Nigeria
up business
is not
for
working.
these guys.
It's not working. They should go. 2027, if they say Obi don't win, what you going to do? You want to start riot? You want to burn Lagos down? We will go. We will swim to your own place. We will come and burn your house down too. In Umuahia, whatever you have, whatever gun you have, that's where you. That's maybe the second civil war is coming.
So did you hear that the Igbos want to burn down Lagos, Alaji? That's you are taking it somewhere else right now.
Let me tell you something. Many Igbo you don't. Many Igbo I know you don't know them. Some of them are talking ignorant in Idumota. They are already saying it that they will burn Lagos down. They're saying it. Everything down. That's what they're saying.
And they are saying it publicly that in 2027, if Obi is not declared, they are going to burn Lagos, right?
Yes, they're going to burn Lagos down.
Well, you know
Once
now
Lagos
that
is going to burn down, we're going to swim to your own place too. We're going to burn your own papa house down too. Everything in Nigeria is going to burn. Instead of us to unite together now, and the Fulani are going to be laughing among all of us that those people, they are fighting each other. Why can't we organize ourselves? We block everything go. Obi can't do anything. Now the thing with me, I want to tell you be that Obi can't do anything. He can't rule this Nigeria with this constitution.
Thank you very much, Baba.
Yes, sir.
Message delivered. So thank you. You have a very good one. Okay. So it is not in my place to kind of like become somebody who is arguing with you as a caller. Mine is just to hear what you have to say, as you have all the right to say what you want to say. But Alaji is somebody who is like, a very close person to me. And that's why I had to ask him that, where did you hear that from? Because that's the regular saying of the Ronukus. The same guys who burned down the BRT in Lagos with the evidence, with the videos we have. So, if you have anyone that identified as Igbo threatening to burn down anywhere in Lagos, you should deal with that person and not as an Igbo. That person will be a criminal and you should deal with that person. I think that is the mindset we should have. It's not the mindset of we'll go to your father's house in Umuahia and burn them. Come on, Alaji. Right.
One memo.
I have a Osita. Is that you? No, hang on.
Yeah.
It is Osita.
Yeah.
One name.
One need the number.
One name the number. How are you?
I'm so sorry I've not been able to call in all this while because I'm mourning. I lost my dearest mom.
Oh, very sorry about that, Baba.
Yeah. Anyway, the expose tonight is very important. I mean, it's very, very interesting, and callers has made it more interesting.
Exactly. Much like Go on.
Yeah. So, the way it is, let me start from the last caller. You know, they say, by their fruit we shall know them. When you see that Alaji talking, believe me, he is Ronukuru is not different.
I'm saying that you can take it from me, he is not.
Yeah. Believe me, he might not when he comes to the studio here, but behind, that is his true color. I am sorry to say.
You have no see, Osita, I'll let you go and say that, okay, but hang on, just for the sake of our listeners, right? I can tell you this authoritatively that he is not. You have no idea how much you despise them. But you see that talking point that prompted that statement tonight is quite shocking to me. I can tell you this.
You know him better than I do. But within me,
I just don't want you to base your response on that. It will be based on wrong assumption. I actually know him. But go on.
Yeah.
Osita, please.
So when people come and say, oh, Umahia.
Yeah, Anambra, like, oh, if you do this to us, I'm like, where is that coming from?
Yeah, then you come out and say, and you say, you don't know these people. I know them. They said that they are going to burn Lagos down.
Like,
which Lagos is an Igbo man burning down? Burning down the place he has his business, he has his house. Is it that what is going to burn down? These are things that you need to think about before you say all these things. And I'm so sorry when people goes about breaking themselves and you think you want to have a lasting solution to your problem, but at the same time you are breaking yourself into units, and you think you can achieve any result.
No,
you're not going to achieve any result.
No, never.
Because the same punishment that the Igbo man is receiving today, it is what you yourself, a Yoruba man, an Efik man, and a Bibio man, they were in the same pot. They are cooking everything in the same pot. That is the reason sometimes when I see adults talk like this, people that have experienced the time of Shagari, people that have experienced the time of Babangida, people who experienced Abacha, people who experienced Obasanjo, people who experienced whoever till now, and you see nothing improving. We are actually going down every day, and you see somebody matured, you will come and make statements like this.
No, it's a very good one.
I'm not going to be apologetic to anybody here.
It shouldn't be. Say your mind as you feel. That's how it should be. Go on.
Yes, if there's any tribe in Nigeria that is willing today, if you call for it and say, oh, we want to stay alone, it's not because of I'm an Igbo man. I am telling you the gospel truth. In Igbo land, you will get 99.99% of people who wants to leave. The rest are the so-called leaders that call themselves
who want to be loved.
Who are in bed with these same criminals in Nigeria. Let me end that one. But now I want to quickly talk about Buhari. Buhari with
the lifeless man in coin.
With what our dear sister who called and was trying to make excuses. Yes, excuses are bound. And sometimes when different conspiracy theory comes in, if you don't take time, you are confused.
You can get lost in the old shovel. Exactly.
Yeah. But the only thing you can use to quantify the character of the man they call Buhari is what he has done before when he was putting the khaki, when he was putting on the khaki. So now you can actually quantify him. After that, you quantify him as a military head of state what did he do? He didn't do anything that is interesting. After that, you quantify him on PTF. What did he do? He didn't do anything that is meaningful. It was all swallowing money. You quantify him what he did as the elected president, their so-called elected president. What did he? So when you want,
and these are the real life stuff. These are the real things. People shouldn't be saying, it's this. You don't understand what you listen. His actions in office affect people's lives. This question should be towards those actions.
So when you quantify him with those facts, this is not even facts. These are reality, which is truth about who he is. And if they come out and somebody come out and tell you that, oh, he was cloned, why would you give excuse that, oh, okay, since that he was cloned, he's not the one that did what has happened today. He is the one that did it. Even if they want to clone somebody, the first thing you do when you are cloning somebody, the first thing you teach that person is to walk in the same character of that person.
Exactly.
Go and watch sci-fi film. Don't just be watching movie. Don't be watching Nollywood. When you watch some films, there's some movie they will produce today in America. Within the next 4 months, they take it off. They tell you they don't want to see it because they will actually show you how these things they work. Watch Prison Break. In Prison Break, they cloned a lot of people to become one particular character. That is the way it works. So at the end of the day, who we are talking about is Buhari. Whether it's the Buhari of Gwarimpa or the Buhari of Niger Republic or the Buhari of this thing, but what we are talking about is the Buhari of Katsina.
Exactly.
The main character. He is the one. And I am telling the gospel truth. When they held Nnamdi Kanu, they took Nnamdi Kanu to court. Ask yourself one particular question. Why was the case of the double of Buhari, why was it struck off?
No, it wasn't even struck off. They removed it themselves.
Why did they remove it?
Because Nnamdi Kanu said he would need a DNA. And if the DNA shows that this is the real Buhari, right, they should do whatever they like to him.
Exactly. Why did they
He said he will apologize. And any government in the world, including Nigerian government, should do whatever they like to him after that.
So
they didn't take the offer. Somebody can't just overlook that and say that is nothing.
Exactly.
No, it is something.
Your stand on a particular subject actually creates room. If there was no conspiracy theory, people will build their theory from that particular point because you are not playing. When a president of a country travels, anywhere he goes to, he is being monitored, not even by him, but by his staff. Anybody can monitor where he goes to. At the end of the day, in the case of Nigeria, you don't even have the right to know where the presidential jet landed. If there's a way they can do it, just because of technology, people can trace them. So what we are saying here, we are talking about the character, the person of Buhari. We are not talking about the
body double or the rest.
We are not talking about the address, but what we are talking about is what this man has done in his lifetime. His lifetime, everything that he touches is evil. Even look at where they said he come from. At the end of the day, that place is not Yoruba land, it's not Igbo land. That place is in Katsina. People were jubilating that somebody who is
from his own place. From his own place.
They were jubilating that he died. So please, let us be focused on where we are going to.
Thank you.
If our focal point is the constitution of Nigeria is not working and it will never work as far as countries, as far as these different people did not accept.
I mean, if there's anything to unite us now, anybody talking about let us be united, Osita, let me tell them, the only thing that should unite all of us right now is discussing if we still want to be together or not. Now, if we agree to still be together, right, that means we will have to start afresh, okay? Write a new constitution that represents all of our diversity, as Michael Zekome said. That's the only thing that should be uniting us right now. Anybody preaching unity, this and that, a mad person.
That is the only thing that can unite us.
No, it should be uniting. That's the only thing that should be uniting us. Anything, because that will be the foundation now, the beginning again, isn't it?
Yes.
But they don't want us to have that. They don't want us to have that conversation ever.
If you cannot allow us to have that conversation, then let us have that conversation differently and independently. Let the nation break and let everybody go their separate ways. If you like, you bring anybody that I tell people, yes, P2B might be a saint amongst the criminals.
The thieves.
But one thing about criminality, they can even say, okay, decide tomorrow, oh, let's give him. After all, it's 4 years or 8 years.
So they will stop comparing.
After that, after that, what next? So we have to be very careful. Let us look at and let us call out whosoever has committed crime against humanity in that nation. We'll call them out. If we cannot call them out and we are hiding under the umbrella of, I am one Egbekegbe or the other, trust me, we will not get it right. Everybody should speak truth to power. Thank you very much.
As it should be. God bless you. Osita. That's Osita. One name right there. Now, I want to say a big thank you to all of us. I know so many of us who still pretty much want to call in, and we can go on and on and on and on. But I'm going to have to call it a night now. All right? I'm going to call it a night, and we shall continue from where we are stopping tonight, tomorrow. Okay? So, there is no Igbo man coming to burn Lagos, and there is no Yoruba man coming to kill or burn anybody in Umuahia. Words are very, very, very kind of powerful, especially if we are observant enough of our immediate surroundings. We are living in a society created by the APC, Egbekegbe, so toxic that what we used to banter ourselves with have now turned to slow words. And I expect those of us who have been around for a very long time to not fall to the easy prey of the propagandists who are working overtime just to keep everybody divided. If any Yoruba man threatens any Igbo, deal with that Yoruba man there. If an Igbo man misyan and say something stupid about the Yorubas, deal with that Igbo man right there and then. Or the moment you begin to help them repeat all these sort of divisive rhetorics, right? You are indirectly, right, aiding and abetting the toxicity that these guys have created, okay? So if anybody, I read a lot when people insult the Yorubas. I don't know how some of you feel. And I come onto my Egun's Diary Political all the time to kind of enlighten us to say, a lot of, toxicity is out there and you can easily fall prey. If somebody says Yorubas are this, I am expected to be upset, angry. How dare you say that about the Yorubas? And in anger, I could respond back again and say, oh, the Igbos are so and so. Similarly, and a Yoruba man can say something about the Igbos, something very, very not true, wrong. And I will say it with so much confidence and so much hatred. So as an Igbo man that hears that, how do you expect him to react? But I want to believe that only people with a low IQ will actually join the bandwagon of this tribe, that, understanding the society we currently exists in. And on my Egun's Diary Political, it is this misgiving, misinformation, as well as this propaganda funded by the APC, Egbekegbe and others. It is what we have seen and we see every day. Nigerians are more divided. They just can't wait to start killing themselves at any given opportunity. Every tribe has something they were taught to hate about another tribe. And somehow, majority of you are becoming poor students of history. You know something about history? When you read or learn your history, you're not reading them because you want to repeat all the mistakes your own ancestors make. You are meant to learn from them. You are supposed to inherit your ancestors' wisdom. When you read your history, you are not supposed to inherit their enemies. Inherit their wisdom, not their enemies. And whatever it is, in Nigeria today, there is actually enough to unite all of us against those who are after our lives. So, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your evening, or maybe night. And if you have the chance, you can join me tomorrow. But please don't leave without liking the broadcast. I'll see you all again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.